Today's offensive drill, we're going to be talking about our bunt form. This is something that we take a lot of pride in as a program and really build into our philosophy and in our approach on the offensive side. When we're doing this exercise, this is all for just laying down a sack bunt. All right, and we're going to use the tee here just so we have a visual. We'll change up a couple of different angles, but there's a couple of very important things as to laying down a sack bunt. One is the timing of when we want to square around. Typically, we want to square around to lay down a sack bunt. The second we see those hands break from the pitcher. Okay, so that's going to be our first mindset. When we get into the box, a couple of things need to change of where we're positioning ourselves. We obviously want to move further up in the box. That way, when we go to set our angle for the laying down a sack bunt, our barrel is in front of the plate, and it allows us more room to work with our field. And we also want to be closer to the plate. Reason for it, we're shrinking the bat size, okay? We're shrinking our arms. We're not going to be getting fully extended like we do when we're hitting. So we need to move closer to the plate so we can protect outside and inside corner pitches, okay? Now when I set myself up, we go to the front corner of the plate. Everything stays the same, okay? You can either go two-strike approach if you want, or you can have your normal stance. When you're doing your normal stance though, you gotta make sure you're gonna step forward a little bit to get in a little bit more athletic position with our lower half. Okay, this is why we encourage typically just going with a two-strike approach, so you can eliminate the lower half on any stride. That's time wasted. So if I'm in my two-strike approach and I go to square around the bunt, I'm rotating like this. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a side view. I'm in my two-strike approach. When I go to rotate to lay down a bunt, one of the big important things is being short and quick with that barrel to the ball, okay? So the way we teach it is sliding it down our shoulder. You can see my hands go from here, and they're sliding down. I'm using my shoulder as a guide, and then out in front. The reason we do that is if I'm in this position here, and I go around the bunt, which I see a lot of this coming around the ball, it's not wrong. You got to be able to shut it off, slow it down. Otherwise, you're going to be punching that ball with too much velocity, and it's going to defeat the purpose of getting the base runners over, or whatever the case is. Okay. So when I slide that barrel down, I'm in this position here. The next thing, when I go to slide that barrel down, I move my bottom hand up about an inch. That just gives me a lot more feel for bat control, and that's my rudder. That's how I steer my bat where I lay down my bunt. My top hand, as you noticed, then slides up to the middle of the bat, okay? When I hold the barrel of the bat, I'm going with a thumbs up position, and that bat sits right on top of my fingers. Then I drop my thumb down, and that's how I'm holding the bat. I should be able to turn that bat any position and still be able to hold it, okay? We don't want to be here. I see a lot where we're just using two fingers with athletes, okay? Again, you're not going to be strong. I can barely hold on to the bat right now, so I can only imagine what a youth athlete's doing. Be controlled, don't overcomplicate it, all right? We're using the barrel to protect ourselves. You can see I have a gap between the barrel and my fingers. So if I get hit with the ball right here, it's not gonna hit my fingers, okay? If I'm getting all the way around or have my fingers in front, I can get smashed, and that's not a good thing. So when I square around the butt, I'm sliding it down right here, and I have my chest over my toes, and my hips are back a little bit. That allows me to stay counterbalanced. If I have my hips right underneath me and I'm moving my hands over here, I'm getting all that weight onto basically the inside part of my toes, and I'm gonna fall over potentially. All right, I wanna be comfortable, I wanna be balanced. I'm here. And I also want to be in a position where if that ball is a bad pitch, I can turn and roll into it. What we do not teach is squaring around like this. You are in a very defenseless position. Okay, pitchers are taught to do something typically when you see people squared around the bunt like that. Also, if a ball is thrown at you, if you jump out of the way this way, you technically did not pull that bat back. So it could be considered a strike still. Okay, obviously if you're like this and you get hit, again, it's still a strike. This way, we're pulling that bat back, wearing the ball on our backside. Okay? So when I square around the bunt, you can see my bat is nice and level, and it's at the top of the zone. We want the barrel at the top of the zone so I can work down, not down to up. When I work down to up, chances of me hitting the top part of the barrel sends that ball up in the air. I want to work top to down. This way, if the pitch is down in the zone, I can work it down, and I'm working to hit middle to bottom part of my barrel to get the bunt down. Okay? I'm going to change the camera angle so you get another view. All right, so you got another viewpoint. You can see when I squared around the bunt, I slid the bat down, I got a nice level bat. You can see I'm loaded into my front leg and my back leg, okay? I'm in an athletic position, but you can see if I lay this barrel down, it is way in front of the plate. That allows me to change my angles here or here, and I have more room to work with when laying down a bunt, all right? So I'm squaring around here, I'm out in front, and I'm right here catching the ball. If you have someone that can throw you the ball, take advantage of it. Put down some markers, something to test yourself to work on catching the ball, okay? Being soft with it, we don't want to be punching the ball. Obviously, we're talking about sack bunts. Bunting for a hit is a lot different, okay? We want to show it a little bit later. We'll talk about that in another video, but that is our bunting drill for the day.